bugging, bro.
All right. Hey, welcome to another episode of sXizie Diski. And today I'm joined by sXizie, Zweli. What's happening,
What up?
kids?
It's Friday, and then
Yeah,
Saturday, Sunday. All good, my guy. How the gents doing?
I know we
Too
easy. We
good, too
good. We
good. How are
good.
you, bro?
Yeah.
I took up the vintage, the useless
Yeah.
team because they playing Sundowns over the weekend, and I hate Sundowns that much that I have to support Chiefs this weekend. I'm only coming back for this
Yeah.
weekend.
Best believe you guys are gonna beat Sundowns. You guys have a very good record against the Sundowns. And Fanjing
And
Pirates.
I'm
Pirates
hoping so, my guy.
Pirates get destroyed by Sundowns. Like since Peter got things right, it's been L's after L's. I'm a 4-1. Shalulile, he knows there that it's his game, it's his fixture, that one.
Yeah, I'm honestly I'm hoping and I'm praying that we at least win. Just I know the season is gone, but
Yeah.
just this game, just this. If these boys can show up in this game, then we're all good.
Yeah, I know. We'll see, man. Chiefs are moving like Man United. All the money in the world, but certain players are earning ridiculous amounts. Abonokovic, I think he's on like 900 a month. And he's not playing like a player
He's
who
not
should
having
be
the
earning
best of
that
seasons.
much. Yeah. But hey, these things happen, CK. And speaking of these things happen, guys, we'll start off with Tuesday's fixture, Champions League, Villarreal and
Liverpool.
Liverpool. How's Aaron doing,
Good,
Zweli?
good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, yeah. How is Erin doing, bro? Because I mean, she supports Liverpool. How was her
She,
take?
she's over the moon, bro. Of course, the first half
Yeah,
had her a bit shook, but
yeah,
she came back. She came back. Her team came back. I feel like Klopp really nailed in on his team, and everybody got their act together.
yeah. No doubt, no doubt, bro. That's a mark of a true team there, right there. When you are able to come back from such from such a half. I mean, first half Villarreal were on fire. In my mind, I was like, guys, will these guys keep this up? But let's be honest, deep down, gents, like we all knew that it's a in water predicament.
Nah, I don't think it's I think
What?
let's be honest. We're very fortunate. We are facing, also we are seeing the
Yeah,
resurgence of a legendary team, and I think they've just surpassed their brilliance that they had historically to another level.
yeah,
I don't know how everybody feels, but I think this is probably the best that Liverpool will ever be.
yeah. I know, true, dog. Because for me, right now, they're just unstoppable. I mean, like you guys saw first half. Bebangeko first half. Then all of a sudden, second half, they just turned things around to a point where you see when Etienne Capoue got a red card, I knew that's when like
Game over. I tell
Villarreal's
you,
heads were gone. They were like, you know what? Like it is what
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is.
I think
Yeah.
Chelsea is the only team to not lose after going a man down against Liverpool. I don't know if
Oh
you guys
yeah.
remember that game where we got a red card. I can't remember who got a red card
It
going
was
in the second half.
James. It was James.
Yes,
Rhys James. Yeah.
and we didn't concede, and that is unheard of. But anyway, I digress. I love talking about Chelsea. I think honestly, if we are honest, we are seeing the peak powers of Liverpool as a side.
I know, indeed, guys. And then Luis Diaz, guys. Really, bro. How do you feel about that boy, dog?
Bro, the first thing is Luis Diaz looks like he's been playing with this team for 5 years. The way
Yeah.
he's
Mm.
effortlessly just fit into the system. The fact that he's trying overhead kicks in the Champions League in his first season after being a sub, it just shows his confidence. It shows that his coach has so much faith in him. And for me, obviously, the signing of the season, hands down, bro.
I know, indeed, bro. And another thing about Luis Diaz is him tracking back. Like
Yeah,
it's so crazy seeing such a talented forward track back the way he does. It's like Andy Robertson. He knows, yeah, I'm in good hands, you know.
I wonder how the Sanchos of this world feel when they watch a man like Bale coming in and doing
Yeah.
what he's doing. I wonder how he feels, because literally that is what Sancho should be doing, or that's where Sancho should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but y'all forget Sancho is still a kid, you know, he's 21. You know, I still
Yes,
think
is
he
how
is
old?
gonna grow. He's 21. Diaz is like 25, bro. You know, so he's reaching his prime years, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so yeah, man,
But
dog, like
I honestly, for the money that was spent on Sancho, and I feel, and let me ask you this, X. In
yeah.
hindsight, if you had the option of getting, if in hindsight, if you had the option of getting Diaz or getting Sancho, who would you pick?
Stop it,
I'd,
Sise.
I'd still
You
speak.
already
I'll
know.
still
You
speak.
already know.
Yeah, I'll still, to be honest with you, I'll still pick Sancho, man. I mean, Liverpool's system is
What?
fluid and wavy.
Then you
Yeah.
still, yeah, he's a sucker for
Yeah.
pain.
No, I'm not a sucker for pain, guys. Like
But
Luis
you like
Diaz is
abuse, bro.
playing. But the thing is that like Sancho at Liverpool would also be wavy. Guaranteed. Same thing as
Yeah.
Werner. Werner at Liverpool. Timo Werner would be hella wavy at Liverpool because it suits
Very
his
true.
style. You know,
Very
so
true.
guys,
But can I
yeah,
restructure? Not restructure. Just ask
yeah.
Sise. Sise speaking on current form. Who would you have?
I
Right?
know, of course, Diaz. So Diaz,
Yeah, dog.
he hit the ground running. You see, he's the epitome of hitting the ground running. What would he?
Literally,
But
boy.
isn't that
Yeah.
what it, okay, so wait, so Man United bought Sancho looking at the future. They didn't really care much for this season. They just wanted him to embed into the side. After that, then we can speak next season. Is that what you guys are saying?
I'd say
I
also
think so.
commercially, Sancho is a local, okay, not from Manchester, but he's from England. So from a jersey sale aspect, you know, Man United, we're a
Isn't he from
commercial
Manchester
team.
though?
No, he's
Because
from
he was at
London. He's from London.
oh, because I remember
Yeah,
he was at City. My bad.
Yeah,
City's
he was
academy.
a teacher.
Yeah. Yeah, it's from City's academy, but like from a jersey sales standpoint, I mean, you know, watch next season, guys. Sancho is gonna be released. Yo, as in,
I'm
those are my
bookmarking. I'm
king.
bookmarking. I'm bookmarking this episode at
Yeah,
exactly 7 minutes because I want you to say that again.
I'm gonna say it again, dog, with pride, my G, with pride. And then, guys, okay, let's move on to Wednesday's fixture. I mean,
Woo!
yeah, guys.
One thing about Champions League, you do
Yeah.
not leave a Champions League game until the ref blows and says the game is over.
Yeah.
Listen,
I agree.
I actually
I agree with the statement, because I mean,
Yeah.
you look at
Yeah.
I think sometimes we overstate the recruitment of Liverpool. There are certain
Yeah.
players that have come into Liverpool and they haven't really, they came in with the reputation that they are going to fit in like a glove, and they haven't. I can't remember the
Yeah.
Chinese man. I don't know whether he's Chinese, but he's
Minamino.
Asian. I can't.
No, it's Japanese. Yeah, Japanese.
Minamino.
Yes. Yeah, they got that one wrong. But yeah, not many players can do what the DS boy is doing.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting
Kabak.
to find out.
I don't know if you guys
It'll be
remember
interesting to
Kabak.
find out next season what his valuation is going to be for fantasy.
Oh yeah, no, true.
Do you remember-
Who did-
CK,
sorry?
you're right. Even do you remember Kabak? He was a centre back. Liverpool
Yeah.
bought him and he didn't fit in at all. Ooh,
And
man.
then no, they get it wrong. They do get it wrong, and I think a lot of people overstate.
Yeah.
Like
He's referring to Sancho Shiva. Ha ha ha, Shiva, you very funny. Ha 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 ha. But the thing is that Zweli, another thing is that if you buy players for like Mino wasn't bought for a lot of money, you know. So if he flops, you don't really complain. You're like, okay,
No
flop.
one there.
Look
No
at
one there
Tina.
bought for
Harry
a lot of money.
Maguire, dog. Harry Maguire.
No.
80
Let's
bucks.
don't say his name.
Nah,
Don't speak about that man.
I think the relationship between Man United and Maguire is like one of those relationships where have you ever Washela a cheat? Like you like this chick, she looks the part, and then you went up to her and you're like, "Hi, I'm X," and then Washela down. You come back, you're like, I'm X, I do this, I do that, and then you get too fixated at getting her that you don't look at the flaws that she might potentially have. And then the only time that you see it is when she is right by your side. That's what happened with Maguire and Man United.
I want to build on what Tite just said. I think one of the biggest problems United has with recruiting players is also this thing of potential. We're a big club, right? We need to buy players that fit a system, right? Or either they're already made. Like look at Matic. When we bought Matic, I wasn't a fan, but Matic is an already made player, has an experience, has an IQ.
Yep.
So fine, sharp, let's buy it. But when we bought Alex Telles,
Mata the same.
Exactly. When we bought Alex Telles, it was okay, he'll become something. He'll become something. I haven't seen these things, and we're not now we're a joke club, but we're not the club. We should be buying players that fit a system or they're already made. What were you going to say, X? Sorry.
And another thing is, of course, moving on to Wednesday's fixture, gents. You just touched on wait. You just touched on young players, bruh. Camavinga, Rodrigo, Mendy. These are
Camavinga is something else, my guy.
We out here talking about Rashford, my nigga. We out here talking about Rashford. Dog, we out here talking about Rashford at Man United. He's what again, Manchester through and through. But look at Camavinga. Camavinga was writing his prelims, bro. He was writing his prelims, he was writing science before he played against Man City. Look at how wavy Camavinga is, bro.
Nah, guy, he's one to watch for the future. And one of the positions that he plays, he's surrounded by greatness. In that area, that central of the middle, that middle of the park thingy. He's got Kroos, he's got Modric, and he can learn from them. But he's confident in his passing, his tackling. He's one to watch. I slept on him. I'm not gonna lie. Until
I watched him before he got to Real because I used to have dreads, and they used to call me Camavinga when I was in Spain, and I was like, who the hell's that? And I googled this guy, and I was like, yo, Ayashisa Lintwana. And then when he went to Real,
I know he's one for the future. And he's at the right club.
Yeah,
perfect club, bro. And that's what I like about Madrid. They know how to blend young players with older players. I mean, look at Rodrigo again. Rodrigo's the one who scored the equalizer, the 2 goals that took it to extra time, bro.
In a minute.
You see what I'm saying, guys?
The tears that were shared because what happened was I was located, so I decided to go watch it at the pub. The tears that were shed, my guy, it was a bloodbath.
Clarence Seedorf, right? I was listening to one of his interviews, and he was speaking about how a club like Manchester City just doesn't have the mentality, and it's been spoken about for years and years and years. Yeah. But it's evident, like no one can say anything now. Mentally, clubs like them and PSG, they just don't have it in them to realize that the badge is bigger than them. Like they have to represent this badge and take it to the end. How can you lose a two goal lead, bro? That was for me one of the most disappointing performances I've seen by Manchester City.
I think there was a conversation, and I can't remember. I had a couple of drinks, but I think it was great clubs win their local leagues, but legends win the Champions League.
Yeah.
And I fully agree with that statement. And and a lot of people are gonna hate me for this. I think Pep has failed in delivering what he was brought in to deliver, which is the Champions League.
Very true.
So I'll just use I'll use a player like who's this player? Jack Wilshere.
Yeah.
Jack is. Do we see him? Because I'm pretty sure Pep has an influence as to who comes in.
Yeah.
Player wise, do we see him as a updating or upgrading the starting 11, or did he come in to be a team player where he upgrades the squad?
Nah,
I don't know
no,
if
no,
you
no.
guys get me.
What are you just asking about the Jack Wilshere? I just
Yeah.
want to ask first: is he at City now, Jack Wilshere? Because
Oh man, not Jack Wilshere. Jack. Who's the
oh,
other guy?
Grealish,
Jack Grealish.
Grealish,
Yeah, that one.
yeah, I
Is
know
he
Grealish.
Grealish?
Grealish,
Did he come in? Did he come in as a person to upgrade the starting 11, or was to upgrade the squad? I honestly think he came in to upgrade the squad for later on to upgrade the starting 11. But what happened was the pressure is on the manager to deliver Champions League. And I know last season the manager overthought the final where he didn't have a midfield player and then Chelsea won it. But I look now, this was his best time to go as a manager to deliver Champions League to Etihad.
Yeah.
Because last final, he got away with it was learning pains.
and as
But
well, City's
right
first
now,
final. Yeah.
thank you. But right now, I'm pretty sure the board is asking questions. But I personally think he's a great fit for Man City and what they are wanting to achieve. But I think up to now, he's failed his mission because his mission was the Champions League.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do you want to add, Zwedi, before I go? You go first.
I don't know. It's a tough guys. I'm very I don't know. I'm very political when it comes to football. So, for example, when we were speaking about Harry Maguire earlier, it's just the white male Englishman. That's why we bought him. Same thing with Grealish. He was hot at Aston Villa. He's an Englishman. He needs to be at a big club. Why not City? You know, even that price tag. I was like, hey man, that's a lot of money, dog. That's a lot of money. But hey,
Is it gonna sorry. Is it going to live up to that 100 million expectation?
hell no, hell no.
Hey.
I don't think so, personally. And the mere fact that City's looking at buying Haaland, it's already like we are in need of a goal scorer. Jesus is picking up form too late. Grealish, you really aren't delivering an X. You always say this, and I agree with you. It takes one season for players to just acclimatize. Acclimatize to their team, and then they'll be hot. Let's see what he does next season. But whatever he does next season, I'm expecting 30 goals, 10 assists. And if he doesn't give that for 100 million, he must be gone.
Well, Zweli, quick question: is João Felix scoring that much for Atletico Madrid?
João Felix is at a silly team, and that's my team.
But he was worth way more than 100. I mean, remember?
True, very true.
More, yeah.
No, but okay, let's have an argument. Then let's have an argument on a player that can deliver. Okay, hasn't delivered in Champions League because he hasn't had the opportunity of playing in Champions League. Kane. So if Kane, how much did Daniel Levy want for Kane? Was 150.
Yeah, 150. Yeah,
150. So you mean to tell me that Man City will haggle for 50 million? Meanwhile, they've gotten to the threshold of 100 million and said, we need goals. And I promise you, I don't know how you guys feel. If they had a player like Harry Kane in this game, they would have walked over Madrid.
True. Very true. And funny enough, Kane is the type of player that can fit their style of play. Kane has adapted his playing style from being a target man to dropping deep, and he's the one that's sending Son into the corners. So I agree with you, Siki. I agree with you, man. I don't know why Daniel. I don't know business-wise that was why they didn't get Kane. I don't know, but Kane is also through and through a Spurs boy. He might have been the one that's like,
he wanted to leave. Right? He wanted to leave. His performances in the last couple of the last games where there was conversation about him leaving and how his brother was the agent and the brother messed it up in that the brother took it was a verbal contract with Daniel Levy, and then Daniel Levy is a business person through and through, where he went and said, I've said how much I want for the boy, and if you don't meet that price, you're not getting the boy. We've always known that Daniel Levy, when it comes to deals, he's very shrewd. of which
Yeah.
he represents Spurs, and you don't blame him for that. But I'm majorly disappointed in City recognizing where they are lacking as a team, and they're not addressing it right there.
Yeah.
And they let 50 million be the stumbling block in a deal that was already past the 120 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Agreed,
true.
CK, agreed.
I agree with you guys, but let me also put in my
Woo.
2 cents, man. Yeah, I know this
Where
guy's
you
dropping
could,
pins.
yeah,
Yeah,
Kane needs to get a good person to assist him. City doesn't really.
have the
I
opportunity
disagree.
for him.
I disagree. I disagree, Cloudy Kid.
I disagree.
I think if you look at visionary players right now, City have 2, if not 3, of the best players best players in the middle. I'm talking about Kevin. I'm talking about Gundogan
Bernardo.
has his days where I'm talking about Bernardo where he then comes in. So
And
once you have great players together, they just know how they get each other
Yeah,
because they operate at a different level to everybody else.
no,
but
that's
I'm
true.
interesting to find out why Cloudy Kid says that, because I mean at City you've got countless suppliers. You've got
Yeah,
suppliers from Phil Foden, Bernardo, Jesus can even play false nine and supply. Sterling can supply. Kevin, we already know, is the
yeah.
chef, cooks it up. So I'm very interested to know why he thinks Kane wouldn't flourish without Son. Which is, some people, Spurs fans would argue that. Spurs fans would be like, "Yo,
The
Kane needs
fear,
Son."
the fear,
Yeah,
the fear.
yeah. But,
Yeah.
but good comment, man. I love the thought behind it.
Go for
Exactly.
it next.
Yeah, man. With me, okay, guys. I always look at, especially knockout football in the Champions League, first leg, second leg. Nah, I feel as if Man City in the first leg, they failed to capitalize on Real Madrid not having Casemiro. I always tell
Yeah.
people Casemiro is very, very critical. You see, Casemiro and Benzema, for me, those are the 2 critical players for Real Madrid. Without Casemiro, Madrid don't know how to defend, bro. They don't know how to defend.
Don't forget the pass of the tournament.
Madrid.
Modric.
Modric, yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is that now they've got a young Kamavinga who can come in. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And still do the bits. Whereas with
Yeah.
Casemiro, they don't have that person who does the dirty work for them, bro. And
that boy
when
dirty.
he's dirty, bro.
Yeah.
He's dirty, Casemiro, bro. He's physical. His tackles are, hey man, some of
He
his
have had
tackles.
2 red cards.
Exactly,
Should have had
2
2
red cards. It could have been 2 red cards, but of course the
It should have been.
Yeah.
But then back to your
Mm.
comment there, the X. I don't know if I'm interjecting.
Yeah.
You mentioned that the first leg. It explains why Pep was so infuriated in the first 60 minutes of the first leg, where he could see that they should have buried Madrid.
They should have,
Yeah.
bro. They should have scored 6 goals, bro. And then I was even telling Mike, because Mike was like, bro, did you see City's thingy, Madrid's defense? I'm like, bro, Casemiro's going to be back in the second leg. Watch Real Madrid's defense. It's going to be much more stable. I'm not saying it's perfect because they still conceded a goal against, who's this guy, Mahrez. But City weren't creating the sort of chances that they were creating at Etihad, hitting the uprights, hitting the crossbar. You know what I mean? And so,
but you saw the difference. You saw the difference Kyle Walker made.
Yeah, but he was injured, bro. They had to take him off, didn't they? Oh no, we've lost Zwele. Ah man.
Load shedding, let's call it
maybe
that.
it's load shedding. Yeah, maybe it's load shedding. Yeah, but like anyway, as mentioned, bro, you saw the difference of homeboy, being in at thingy, the Bernabeu, who's this Casemiro. It helped a lot, bro, and it stabilized their defense. And of course, with Pep Guardiola, I felt like he overthought the situation. Him taking off his pace, and like after Mahrez was taken off, I just felt like, ish, man, Pep, you are going the United route, the route of trying to defend the lead. And you shouldn't be trying to defend the lead against Real Madrid, bruh. You need to go all out, bro. You have to play
It's-
full
it's-
96 minutes, dog. I mean, there was optional time was 6 minutes. He was meant to play full 96 minutes, bruh, and just risk it all, bruh, so that
But
he
I
can
think
reach the final.
just on that, I tend to disagree because it's like it's one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't. If he doesn't change his players, or he doesn't change his style of play, he leaves it as is. He then concedes goals and they get knocked out, and then everyone is like, "But he's got a bench worth 500 million. Why is he not tapping into that bench?" So it's one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
And I think we've got the power of hindsight in that no one that this game is going to go down in history, as in they fumbled it in the last, like they conceded the first goal in the 90th minute.
They
Like
considered the first
90th minute.
shot. That was Madrid's first shot.
With the first shot of the game, considered 90th minute. So they all tell you that, well, what do we do? Do we defend? Do we attack? And a minute later, a cross comes in. The one thing that they don't want to happen. And I think the focus was on Benzema, where Benzema was on the left. So it's in hindsight. And unfortunately, City are at the point where they're just missing that one thing that's going to take them to the next level.
Apologies, Jen.
No stress.
Load shedding did
no,
me
dirty.
We're just arguing how brilliant Pep Guardiola got his substitutions.
Yeah.
As well as
Okay, because
I think he's still trying to connect.
Yeah.
But but I hope and pray that the L that they took on Wednesday doesn't affect the league performance. I really hope, because the one thing that it takes literally one result, and it can.
Yeah, it can change instantly, bro. And as you can see, Shiva one eye on the Newcastle game.
Yeah, he knew he can only drop shots like this because he knew that he's secured. He's got the final in Paris. But I hope honestly they don't, because I don't know if you recall, I'd mentioned that from my side, I'd rather have City win Champions League, Liverpool win the league, and then we'll take the other cup. But it's happened the other way, and I don't want it. I don't want Liverpool to win the double, or even the triple.
Yeah, no, for me, I don't want Liverpool to win the league because they will equal Man United's record of 20 league titles. I'd rather have City winning the league and Liverpool winning the Champions League, even though the thing is that when it comes to Champions League, I don't think there's an English team that will reach the 6 that Liverpool are currently on. It'll take a long time for
not really, eh?
Yeah, maybe United, with Ten Hag, maybe we'll catch up. You never know. You never know, man. Like the wheels of the bus, things can change in an instant. Times and circumstances can change, bro.
Don't put pressure. Don't put so much pressure on the man. And
I'm not.
He needs to clean up house. Don't even think about Champions League. Think about the Federation Cup. Is it called the Federation Cup? What is it? The Thursday night.
It's we're gonna be playing Europa League, so I'll be thinking about Europa League. Yeah,
focus on that. That's a start.
Yeah, it's a start. It's a very solid start, Footy. Winning that, we know at least Champions League, we qualify automatically. And just one step at a time, But yeah, Man City talk, like for me, in closing, bro, it's just that, bro, Nami, load shedding is gonna come soon on my end.
Okay.
I just wanted to ask you, bro, Carlo Ancelloti, as a manager, where do you rank him amongst the best managers
amongst the legends
of all time? Amongst. But you've got your Fabio Capello, you've got your Sir Alex.
My guy, he's right up there. No, he's right up there. This man has won in England, in Spain, in
Germany,
Italy, Germany. Where's the I think it's 6 different thingy.
No, it's 5.
It's 5. Yeah.
No, 5.
He's right up there. And I think if you look at Madrid's path to the final, they took the long route.
They did.
they took
did.
the long and scenic route. They went to PSG with Messi. They went Messi and Neymar. They went through us, the current champions. I can't remember the other team that they went through the scenic route.
Yeah. I know it's true. They went through the toughest route, bro. And for me personally, as a United fan, I know this is a controversial statement that I'm going to make, but I rank Carlo ahead of Ferguson. That's just my opinion.
I think.
I mean, to win it in the top 5 leagues in the world, right? And to win league titles, Pella, this guy had to deal with guys who speak French. Then he had to deal with guys who speak German, English, Italian, Spanish, dog. And then Champions Leagues, how many does he have? Doesn't he have like 3 Champions League with Don Carlo?
I agree with you. He's a better manager than thingy.
Talk about he's the epitome. He's the epitome of getting out of your comfort zone. Ooh, Ancelloti. He's the epitome of that, bro. I mean, he went to Everton. People thought he was finished. You know, personally, I never thought he was finished with Don Carlo. I still believe that
I think he was unemployed and he was looking for a challenge.
Yeah, same here. And I feel like even Pep would struggle at Everton, bro. Like Everton is not an easy team to coach.
I think Everton have systemic issues where it's like it's recruitment, but they've got it wrong for the past couple of seasons, and now they're paying the price for it. And on Ancelloti, I rate him. He's right up there.
Yeah.
And Pep has just highlighted something that a lot of people weren't aware of. Like the last time the men won the Champions League was in like what was it 13 or 11?
It's been a minute.
He last won it with Messi. He went to in Bundesliga and he failed. With probably one of the dominant powerhouses in the Champions League in Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
Bayern Munich, whenever they're home, you know they're gonna clap you either 5 or 6. And Pep failed. Now he's been giving over $1 billion in transfer in players, and I'm not gonna even mention the salaries. The salaries is the players' negotiations. And he's failed. I'm a great supporter of Pep and his ways, but I think now everyone's starting to see through the facade that he's a manager who requires a shitload of money.
Yeah. And you see, even Shavar just said only manager to ever make 5 finals and won 3. You see, I mean,
I rate Don right up there. I think he doesn't have the best of sides. This current Real Madrid side, it's not the Figos and the thingies of old. But I think they've delivered. They won the local league. Now they've got a chance thing in the final. And I think I don't know if you want to speak about the final now, or you want to save it for another.
Let's save it. Let's save it for another episode,
I'm gonna say one thing, and I'm gonna jinx it, and I'm gonna be happy that if it does happen, Liverpool is looking at it as redemption for Salah and the injury that Salah picked up in the final, and that in itself is going to be the stumbling block. They are gonna lose the final.
Yeah. And then you see, look, nobody will live up to Sir Alex Ferguson, though. Like for me, your argument, like you need to substantiate, bro, because Ferguson was at one club, and he built his legacy from one club
over time. I think also, you know, Ferguson lived in a coach or managed in an era where managers and coaches were given time to work with the team and decide who they wanted to get in. A time where the manager had a greater impact as to who comes in and who leaves, whether you're a star or you're not a star. Right now, we're at a very different time in football, where it's all about results, and these players have more power than the players had in the past. So as a manager or as a coach, I don't know, whatever you want to call yourself, you're dealing with a totally different fight as compared to the Alex Ferguson era.
Yeah. No, that's true, man. Like I feel like a lot of, and the thing is that a lot of people watch the Premier League. You know, they don't really watch other leagues. You know, I mean, his AC Milan team, Ancelotti's
Yeah,
AC
yeah.
Milan team, stayed slapping Manchester United, bro. Like even when we had Ronaldo, prime Cristiano, Kaka would run circles through Vidic and Ferdinand, Seedorf, who for me is one of the most underrated players of all time. Because for me, he's
I,
also
I
another
think
guy who
at
I
some
liked a lot.
it's
Yeah.
at some point we need to have a conversation about
Mm.
skin color and the impact of how you're viewed, whether you are greatness or not.
Yeah.
It will be a very interesting dynamic just to tap into. Because Seedorf,
Mhm.
I rate him like right up
Yo,
there, but not a
Seedorf
lot of
was
people
lit,
see
dog.
him as that player.
Dude, that guy was bro. That AC Milan team, bro. Seedorf, my G, was so important for that team, bro. And most people don't see these things, bro. They too
Very true.
fixated on your Kakas and your Shevchenko's, bro. And they forget. It's like same thing with Pirlo. People started noticing Pirlo when he was at Juve, but when he was at
But if you
AC,
go
he
back,
wasn't
yeah,
really looked at the way he was looked at when he was in the twilight of his career, bruh. So for
nah,
me,
I
bruh, yeah, sorry,
totally agree with you. I
yeah,
totally agree with you. We sometimes are fixated on the toughest league in the world, which is
the Premier
EPL.
League,
Right, yeah, rightfully so. It's a league where Leicester can pull a fast one.
yeah,
It's a brilliant league, but we don't look at other different league, and we're very quick to call leagues farmers leagues
yeah,
and. But
uh,
honestly, Ancelotti is
yeah,
I'd say better manager or an all-rounded manager as compared to Alex.
yeah, bruh.
Certainly.
It's like same thing with look at Ancelotti. He's won a league title at the toughest league in the world, which was England, and even his AC Milan team, bro. Like he coached AC during the periods where it was before the match fixing saga hit the league. So before then, Italian football had the best clubs, bro. Juventus, Yabo Nedved, Del Piero, Zambrotta. I mean, that Juve team was strong, bro, to a point where Vieira left Arsenal to join that team, bro. So, guys, come on, man. Like, for me, man, like, let's not fixate only on Premier League, bro.
That's
Let's look
that's
at
that's that's my
it.
current favorite manager right now, Vieira. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. I hate Arsenal. Like I hate Arsenal. I hate Arteta. As a manager, I hate the Arsenal of old. Of Arsene Wenger, the Invincibles. I'm not a
Yeah.
fan. And if you've got a problem with that, then you've got a problem. But when it comes to Patrick Vieira and what he's doing at Palace,
Mhm.
to have a team. And sorry, I digress. I just want to
Mm.
let it be known. He came at Palace. Palace was a side that was known for playing what we describe as anti-football, and
Yeah.
the dependency was on like a one man, which is Zaha. But the way that
Mhm.
he's introduced other players, thingy, your Ezes, your I'm trying to who's a Chelsea boy. He's come in the side
Connor.
and
Connor.
Gallagher.
Gallagher.
And it's he's doing with a very shoestring budget, but he's getting this side to perform. So I rate him as a manager.
Yeah. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. My G, as I've mentioned, load shedding is coming quick and fast on my end, my G. It should have happened by now, but like, yeah, I just wanted us to just call it a night. Thank you so much for availing yourself. Hopefully, we'll have a dope final. And yeah, man, all the best to our teams in the near future. Hopefully, our teams can emulate what Liverpool and Real
Not
Madrid are
not your,
doing.
not your team, not your team.
Nah, we will, dog. Mark my words. This is all Vuga, bro. We're gonna wake up from the dead, bro. We're gonna be like Jon Snow. Remember Jon Snow in
The Phoenix,
season
yeah.
six?
I thought you were
Where
gonna
he just
use you're gonna rise like the Phoenix, but nah, the
no,
Phoenix is
like
already
Jon
at Liverpool.
Snow. Like, nah, man. Like Jon Snow, dog. Jon
Like the
Snow rose from the
Undertaker,
dead, dog.
like the
Ah,
Undertaker.
Jon Snow was stabbed 6 times, bro, and he woke up. and he woke up, bro.
It's going to be an interesting next season. Is going to be an interesting season for everybody.
Yeah.
With the whole World Cup and disruption, it's going to be an interesting one. And I think your manager is coming in at a very interesting, crucial time for Man United. How many years in now without without the league? 10 years.
It's going to be 10 next season.
Yeah, so he's coming in at the back of there's a lot of hope that's pinned on him, as in he needs to deliver.
I know. We'll see. All right, guys, please like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. Put a brother on. This is sXizie Diski, and we out. And when I do this, I don't mean Kaiser Chiefs.
Yes.
Nah. I just mean peace. No, I just mean peace out. Sure.